So today I'm talking about achieving breakthrough results with the power of emotional intelligence. So for those who may not be familiar with my work, I actually run the Entrepreneurs Academy, the Quantum Leap programs, and I've designed a series of emotional intelligence classes to help you unlock incredible growth, because emotion is at the heart of the reason why people do not move forward. How you feel, right? The thoughts, mindsets, behaviors, limitations, on and on and on. These are the things that keep people stuck, right? So I'm going to go deeper dive into it. I have my show notes here. Usually it's also shared in my academy, toyinyumesiri.academy as well. So let's get started. If you learn how to master your own emotions and the emotions of other people, your key stakeholders, you will become unstoppable. Okay, so I'm going to repeat that. Every sentence I drop today is loaded with a lot of meaning, right? This is a transformational session that I'm hosting today. So let me go over that again. When you learn, and if you learn, learning is always optional. Nobody makes anybody learn, but life is teaching us something every day. Life is always trying to teach us something new every day. We ought to become a student of life. That's what our goal ought to be. We ought to be, right, learning from life every single minute, every single hour. Because if you're a student of life, trust me, you will be growing and learning every single day. So many people are not learning. Many people are reacting to life. Many people are confused about life. Many people are struggling. Many people, right, complain about life. All of it is down to lack of knowledge, ignorance. So let me say that again. When you learn how to manage your own emotions and also navigate the emotions of the people you are doing life with, the people you're doing business with, right? Whether it's your boss, your employees, your clients, your customers, and even in your personal relationships, your kids, your spouse, everybody we do life with, right? As humans, we're thinking and emotional beings. So when we don't master our own emotions, listen, it's very difficult to also understand what's going on with other people. People will confuse you. People will make you wonder, right? But here's the key. You're going to relate with other people the same way you relate with yourself. The way you talk to yourself, you're going to talk to other people. The way you think, you're going to express it in the world. So in a way, the world reacts to you. Just as you are reacting to life, the world is also reacting to you. The world is reacting and responding to you, right? And you are responding and reacting to life. Okay? So your thoughts, words, actions, feelings, emotions, right? They dictate how people will relate with you and how you are also relating with people. So when you master your own emotions and you also understand how to navigate the emotions of other people, you become unstoppable, because emotion is at the heart of confusion, of stress, of limitations, of doubt, of confusion, of all of the things that people encounter on the journey of life. This is real life. No matter how smart you are intellectually, IQ is not EQ. IQ is not EQ. You can be professionally successful, intellectually capable, but if you don't navigate your own emotions, are you really successful? Are you happy? Right? The emotions that come with success, happiness, joy, fulfillment. Okay? You can have money in the bank, but when you put your head on the pillow at night, are you fulfilled? Are you happy? Are you feeling joy? Are you in a state of being that is making you fulfilled? So IQ is not EQ. IQ is not EQ. And the school system, the entire school system was designed around IQ, making you feel smart, not making you feel well. Big difference. Massive difference. The school system puts you to work because IQ is tied to performance, productivity, developing skills that will help you contribute to society and make a living. EQ is at the heart of your own well-being, your health, your wellness. your relationships, everything that helps us be in community where we are happy. What makes us happy is at the heart of emotions. And the school system never covered it. Now, why am I teaching this? Like, why did I develop all these programs? The reason is because as an entrepreneurship coach, right? As a business trainer, business strategist, I realized that many people have dreams. Let's say everybody has dreams, hopes, dreams, aspiration of achieving greater success in life. Everybody. But the moment you cannot reconcile your own thoughts and you cannot give yourself what you want, and you come up with stories of limitations, doubt, confusion, on and on and on, this is at the heart of why many people don't even become an entrepreneur. Many people want to become entrepreneurs, but the risk, the anticipated risk, the stress, right, on and on and on, makes people not to pursue the things that they want. That's where we are now in life, is that many people want more out of life. Many people want to achieve greater success out of life, but their own thoughts, their own feelings, their own emotions, their own fears, their own doubts, their own limited beliefs, imposter syndrome, call it whatever, is why they are not taking the next step into the journey. Emotion is at the heart of why people do not become an entrepreneur or people give up. But part of it is also mastering, self-mastery. Because when it comes to self-leadership, you really have to understand how to educate yourself, how to inspire yourself, how to motivate yourself, how to challenge yourself, how to transform yourself. Nobody is responsible for doing any of that for anybody. So when I talk about maturity, there are 4 layers of maturity. Definitely intellectual maturity. The school system will keep telling you, okay, get this degree, get that degree, package knowledge, engineering knowledge, accounting knowledge, on and on and on. So we kind of understand that, the power of education. But there's still more education beyond your degree. We'll leave that alone for a while. But whatever degree you earned, that opens the opportunity for you to perform at the level of your education, right? What you know determines your contribution to the society. So there's intellectual growth that we all must continue to pursue. Now, there's emotional growth that most people do not pursue. Most people are literally running life right now with decisions and personality that were shaped when they were teenagers. Think about that. Identity that was shaped when you had limited knowledge, limited capacity, a certain type of perspective that didn't give you strength, that didn't make you unstoppable. So many people today speak of being lost, speak of being confused, and literally the teenage version of themselves is still there. They've not grown their emotional state of being. And then there's spiritual, right? Spiritual psychology, spiritual growth, energy management. Your spiritual side is your, right, power bank. I usually cover that in my school under the spiritual psychology program, the creator manifestation method that I designed for my entrepreneurs. Also, physical growth. We know how to grow physically, right? You eat good food, sleep well, exercise, right? Take care of your body, clean up, brush your teeth, comb your hair. We know how to present our physical being in the world. We were taught that. Brush your teeth, comb your hair, cream your body, lotion up, eat well, sleep well, drink lots of water, exercise. We know that. What we do not know is what's going on internally, your energy highway, right? Your force, your power bank, your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit. How to align all of that in the direction of the success you want to achieve. So we'll highlight a few of those in today's session. And welcome everyone. I see you. Come now, coach. Greetings. I see people joining on different platforms. Thank you. So this is a live session that I'm hosting on different platforms. And then I want you to check out toyinyumesiri.academy. That's where you can access my classes, the notes, the PowerPoint slides. There's the Human Design, the Entrepreneurs Academy, the Quantum Leap programs, and then International Trade Development. That's the highest level of my programs. Market entry, more advanced, working with investors, government, right? to expand your products and services beyond your country. Okay. Good. Any thoughts so far? Any questions? I know this is quite deep. We're going to go deep. That's the only way you bring about transformation. We have to change. You have to change the way you think, thoughts, words, action, behavior. Because if you don't change, life is not going to change in response, right, to you. You create your own reality. When you don't master your own emotions, your doubts, fears, limitations, feelings, and programmed beliefs will continue to hold you back. Listen, I'm creating awareness. The thoughts in your head about why you're not doing what you want to do, that's what's holding you back. Okay? The way you feel in your own body, when you take a step, the pain, the struggle, the stress, the confusion, whatever that is, that's what's stopping you. It's not the government. It's not your boss. It's not they, them, whoever they are, the people you complain about. No, they actually do not have power to stop you unless you give those things power. Right? When you don't have the power to move yourself forward, who did you give your power to? Who is driving your car? Who is driving your car? Who is making decisions for you? Who is more powerful than you are for your life? Who? Is the government more powerful than you? Your boss, your employers, are they more powerful? If you say so, then they will. Because whatever you believe, that's what you're going to experience. Life gives you your own belief system. Whatever you believe, you manifest. Life is here to make you happy and to give you what you believe. So you have to change your belief system if you want to generate different results. So emotion is at the heart of why people never achieve what they set out to achieve. That's what I've seen in my work coaching people. Even when we do one-on-one sessions, part of those exercises that I give my clients and students is to knock down doubts, fears, right? Limitations, all of the thoughts you've erected in your mind, right? That creates confusion, stress, right? Those things have to be brought down. You have to eliminate them from your system. You have to eliminate them from your system. That's how you achieve breakthrough results. Your internal state of being controls your external realities. Okay, so in order to achieve breakthrough results in your life, you must become a force that conquers every limitation you encounter in your mind. So your mind, okay, your mind is the navigator of your life. This is how you navigate the physical realm. Okay, the body takes instruction from your mind, the central nervous system, mind-body connection. So we're going into psychology now. And so if your mind has not traveled to a location, it cannot bring your body along. Meaning, if you're trying to get yourself to do something that you've not trained the mind to do, the mind doesn't have the ability, the knowledge, the capacity to perform a task, and you are trying to get it to perform. That's what happens where your mind goes, sorry, just like ChatGPT. If you ask ChatGPT a question that it hasn't been programmed to give to you, ChatGPT will say, listen, the last time I was connected to the internet was this. I don't know what has happened since then. So the last time you plug your mind into education, the last book you read, the last class you took, the mind always stays in the past and the present. But if you want to take it into a future that it has never been before, you've got to show it that future. You've got to train it. The mind, the human mind, is always programmed by the past and the present. It knows what has happened to you before, and it knows what is happening to you right now. What it doesn't know is what tomorrow. If tomorrow is going to be different, if you want tomorrow to be different than today or yesterday, you've got to give your mind something new. And if you don't give it something new, it will keep repeating patterns of behavior, patterns of thinking. If you don't disrupt existing programming, it's not able to give you something different than it has already given you. So if you ask the mind to perform at higher levels than you've programmed it, it tells you sorry. You want it to take it to a place you haven't trained it or programmed it to go. It's like, give me something new, educate me, inspire me, motivate me. Your mind will give to you what you give to it. Right? Your human mind will give birth to a reality based on the direction you give it. And if all it has is the past and the present will look like the past, tomorrow looks like the past. And this is all in your control. Emotional intelligence allows you to become more aware of actually what is going on, not what you think is going on. Why did I say that? Because the mind will talk back to you. The human mind has a voice. It will express to you everything it is experiencing in the physical realm. Okay, let's keep going deeper. I see Fred and Ernest joining. Greetings to you on Clubhouse. And I see Lazarus says internal state of being controls your external reality. Yes, that's how it's supposed to operate. Your internal state is designed to control your external state. But if you haven't done this program, right, if you haven't taken these classes, what usually happens is that external realities dictate internal state of being. What you are seeing, your bank account, what you're experiencing physically, which your mind and your body is signaling to you. When you don't have emotional intelligence and control, they will control you. Physical realities would make you sad. Physical realities will then create a feeling and emotion. And in a way, if you continue to allow it to program you, it generates and creates an identity. So if you are not dictating to life what you want out of life, life is already dictating to you. You are getting out of life what you are accepting, pretty much. But the original design is that you, as the creator manifestation program in my school, I teach you how to make sure you are in control of how you're moving through life. Because if external realities, and in the class I also teach, for example, let me just quickly give you an example I gave in the class, the EQ class. Okay, if it is cold outside, I'm here in Chicago. Let's say it's in the dead of winter or you're in Canada. The cold outside will make your own house cold if you don't set your thermostat. If you don't take control of the life you're living, of the things you can control, your own house, your own body, your own mind, your own spirit, your own heart, if you don't take control, definitely the news will control you. Media will control you. What you are reading externally, what you're experiencing externally will be the reality, and you will feel like you have no options. You have no power to change it. People who haven't done this class, it's like when you don't have these EQ skills that I teach on, you will feel you will feel like you don't have the ability to change your reality. It's ignorance, because you were designed to change. You were designed to transform. You were designed to control, right? To control external. Listen, the world as you see it today was designed by people who are practicing at this higher level. Everything you're experiencing, everything you're touching was created by people who are now using their creativity and their productivity to design the world you are living in. People who self-actualize, people who create, people who produce, people who blast through emotional dysregulation, they control the world. They lead. You vote for them. They are in charge. And they use their power to rule, to lead. And the rest will stay waiting for somebody else to rescue them. This world, as you see it, as you experience it, is led by people who overcome emotional dysregulation. Okay? So you also have the power to create your own reality. Listen, if you don't know you have the power, or you're not exercising the power, it's because you don't know. It's not that the power doesn't exist. It could be you've given it away and you feel like the society or culture is not empowering you. But guess what? Look around you. Look at your community. Okay? What you're experiencing in your community, some people are the ones shaping your community, shaping the world around you, shaping your nation. How come they are exercising their power to rule, to dominate, to lead, and you are not? How come their own voice matters and yours does not? They've done this work. You have to do the work as well if you want to take back your power. So let me give you an analogy right now. Greetings, yes. Let's see. I think I can say comments. Glad to be here, Fred. Good to have you here. Definitely. So imagine, okay, Lazarus says, I have the power to create my own reality. Yes, the first thing is actually to know. Ignorance leaves people becoming victims of reality. Oh, this, oh, that. It's always this person. It's always this person. And guess what? You stand in the same spot and you're just complaining instead of marching forward into the future you want. Okay? So yes, Lazarus, the first thing is you want to know. The first thing I want you to know is the power exists. But now what I do in my class is teach you how to use the power. Listen, imagine that you have a car. Okay? Special car. Gifted to you. You can navigate life with that car. But if you don't know how to ride the car, you don't know how to power the car, you don't know how to take care of the car, you will not get out of the car the potential. You might want to go to California. You have the car that can take you to California, but if you don't know how to drive the car, excuse me, you might still feel that somebody else is responsible for taking you to California. You have everything you need for life within you. The creative potential. When you invest in yourself, you unleash your own power to mobilize yourself and move yourself forward. But when you don't have the knowledge, you don't have the skills, you don't have the abilities to use your own power to navigate life, people get stuck and dependent. So imagine if that car talks back to you. Imagine if your car can talk. You know, there used to be this, is it Knight Rider in the 80s, early 90s? There used to be this movie, The Car That Talks. Yeah, let's just imagine that. Imagine this car has attitude and doesn't treat you nicely, talks anyhow, says anything, right? How would you discipline that car? What would you do to take care of that car? Just imagine, right? Because this is the same thing that goes between your mind, your body. If you don't discipline your mind, it will continue, right, to tell you whatever it wants to tell you. Whoever programmed your mind is ruling your life. You remain at the mercy of the mind instead of the other way around. You dictating and training your mind. If you don't train your mind will train you. The mind will rule you. And when we talk about the mind, this is the center of information flow. You know, we have the digestive system for food. Okay? So when it comes to the physical body, right, you know the digestive system. Okay? I'm going to keep, if you are new to this space, you probably are trying to figure out some of the things I'm saying. Those who have followed, those who are my students, they understand that we are literally dissecting psychology, human psychology, spiritual psychology, when it comes to emotional intelligence, and then we go into business training. Many people cannot even calm down, focus, and concentrate to build the business and life they want because, again, the way you are feeling, the emotion you embody, the way people are feeling right now is already stopping them. So that's why we have to tackle emotional, right? You have to develop the skills of emotional regulation, right? So that as you go on your journey to building the business and life you want, you don't let emotions stop you. Because the moment you want to climb higher in life, you want to achieve greater results, you will be exposed to greater pressure, and most of that pressure will be felt at the emotional layer. So if you don't know what's happening with you, you're tired, you're confused, don't know what next. If you cannot navigate your own internal emotions, people give up and walk away. Without self-awareness, self-leadership, self-motivation, self-regulation, self-therapy, if you cannot talk yourself into continuing to persist and push forward into creating the future you want, if you just give up and sit down and then you're waiting and waiting and waiting, it's because your energy too goes into dormancy. Right? The energy you don't use, it's just like fat cells. You don't burn that energy, it will be stored. Many people's energy is still waiting for them because they are not moving forward. So again, imagine you own a car that talks back at you. The car has an attitude, treats you poorly. What will you do to discipline the car? The same goes for the mind and the body. Okay? An undisciplined mind, listen, creates a lot of internal chaos. You see, the mind is susceptible to all kinds of programming. Again, it's the center of thoughts, right? The thoughts flowing in and out of you. Let's talk a little bit about that. Okay. In the EQ class, there are 7 classes available at toyinyumesiri.academy. One of the classes, I talk about the power of storytelling. Okay? The human design, the way you are designed. Listen, your mind loves stories a lot. It was designed to capture stories, store stories, recount stories, watch stories. Your mind enjoys, it eats up stories. Just like your physical body loves food. You see? Your physical body loves food. You see good food, yum, 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 yum. Delicious. The mind is the same, but what it eats up is information, data, stories. It needs information so that it can come up with all kinds of stories for you. But here's where it gets quite dynamic. If you have programmed yourself to come up with horror stories, your mind, listen, you don't want to live in that body. Some people's mind torments them. Okay? So if you keep gathering chaotic information, useless stuff, what I call useless, the physical body will eat food, but it knows how to separate useful and useless, right? Food. The human body knows how to digest food and extract nutrients, put it in your cell, give you energy, and it knows how to separate the useless one. They go out. They come in one way, they go out. The mind is the same way. It is programmed to filter useful information for your future, for the direction you want to take your life. And then it attempts to throw away useless one. But sometimes, if you do not take charge of your mind when you sleep at night, depending on what you've exposed your mind to, the stories, the movies, the mind doesn't care about where you got the data from. It believes what you believe. Anything you attach your energy to and you enjoy, if you open your mouth and you eat toxicity, the mind would, listen, your mind is supposed to be programmed to decide what's good and what's bad. But if you program your mind not to be discerning, not to have boundaries, you're just eating everything on social media. You're going everywhere, eating this, scrolling that. Oh, this, yum, 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 yum. 4 hours later, you've overwhelmed your mind. When you sleep at night, the mind is now supposed to filter the useless from the useful. You've confused yourself. You wake up tired. You don't even know what to do, where to start from. You did that to yourself. Lack of discipline creates confusion in the mind. It does. The reason you are not taking a step forward right now is you are not exposing your mind to instructions, guidance, and direction that will help your mind take the next steps it needs to get you what you want. If you want to go to California, and you just say, oh, I don't need a roadmap. I don't need anything. I don't need anybody. I can do this by myself. I will figure it out myself. And you embark on a journey without direction, without coaching, without guidance. Listen, turn right, turn left. You come to a junction. You don't know what to do. Are you supposed to turn right? Are you supposed to turn left? You've confused your mind. This is where stress, right? Fear now starts. You know what gives birth to fear? What you don't want, you think it will happen to you. Anytime you reach a junction that you don't know whether to turn right or left, and the atmosphere where you are, your mind cannot comprehend. You are in a place you don't know, and you don't have the information on what next step to take. Putting your mind in that condition creates serious emotional pain. It creates pain not to know what to do. The mind wants information. The mind wants guidance. It's like a GPS. If you don't tell your mind with clarity, your vision, where you want to go, who you want to be, what next you're pursuing, if you don't coach your mind, if you don't guide your mind, if you don't instruct your mind, if you don't give it clarity, listen, the mind will not do anything. It won't do anything because it will just create patterns. You'll be behaving the same way, doing the same thing. Listen, you can be burning energy all you want. If you don't give your mind something new to consider, like this session today, the mind will keep on doing exactly what it knows how to do. The creator manifestation method is designed to educate you about your own life's wiring and your own makeup, your own power. Listen, the car you're driving, imagine if you don't know how to drive it. You're supposed to learn. Remember at the beginning I talked about becoming a student of life. What you don't know, you're supposed to learn. But pride stops people from learning because some people have been conditioned to think they're only and always going to figure it out by themselves. And here's the key. The moment you subject yourself to saying, I'm going to figure it out by myself, please realize that there's a lot of emotion. You're going to take yourself through greater pain than is necessary. Because either way, you're going to learn. It's either you learn drinking tea and coffee, taking my classes, or you're going to learn grinding and pushing by yourself. Either way, you learn in order for you to perform new tasks that you've never performed before. So the moment you want greater results, there is a price. The first price is the price of learning. Anybody that does not want to learn will stay where they are. We see them online. You are going to see them. People will just say, oh, next, the easy stuff. Because learning is painful, by the way. The degree you have, you can remember the pain of the exams, of studying, what it took to become a doctor, what it took you to become an engineer, whatever you became. Based on the degree, the 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, how many years it took you to get that degree, you realize and bear witness that learning is not easy. But some people want you to believe that learning is a cup of cake. Sorry. Learning something new is discipline, requires discipline, focus, intentionality, because there's energy. You have to bring your mind. You have to tell your mind to study. You have to tell your mind to think about what it is studying. You have to tell your mind to practice what it just read. You have to tell your mind to discipline and think through. You have to train your mind. You actually have to train your mind to focus. Learning requires focus. But guess what? On social media today, people cannot focus anymore. Watch out. People are being programmed to be restless. Anxiety is giving birth to, right? The disease of the future created by this online is that anxiety will be higher. Why? You are seeking dopamine. I call it now content addicts. Because every time you see something that pleasures you, your mind will release an hormone and you'll be happy. That's how it is designed. It doesn't matter whether you're changing your life, whether you are able to create more money. Online does not care whether you are making progress in your own life. The people who created the platform, it was designed to keep you on the platform. So guess what? They're going to serve you things that are delicious, that keeps you on the platform. And you're going to put time. The time you ought to be using to build your life, to be living your life, to be creating your life, to be creating your business. Guess what? People are now staying on social media 4 or 5 years, 4 or 5 hours every day. You are enjoying it. Listen, online is delicious, but you don't know the poison and the toxicity. You might eat delicious food, but when you start having tummy ache, you ate something. Confusion, you've eaten something. You've exposed your mind to something that is making you confused. This is how it is. Just creating awareness. Because what we ought to be using or doing right now is focusing on learning. Finding the places where we can calm down, discipline ourselves so that we can grow ourselves. And I usually tell my students, get off social media. That's why I have an entire school that is its own community, because it's a learning platform. You come there to learn. You come there to discipline yourself. You come there to acquire the skills and the tools you need to build your life. It's a focused place to be. Without the knowledge of self. Yeah, Tiku, yeah, control your emotions. Yes. And everything you need to learn how to do that is part of the series, the EQ class series. There are 7 classes. You can see the names of the classes. You can see the details, the class highlights, everything. You can see it on my website. Okay? Without the knowledge of self. Remember, I talked about the school system teaching IQ. Okay? Training you the skills you would use to, right, come into the marketplace and serve your employer. It took 20 years, if you have a degree or two, at least 20 years invested in acquiring and developing yourself to become the perfect employee. What we are teaching right now is about manifesting your hopes, dreams, aspirations that originate from inside of you, and developing the skills and educating yourself to become unstoppable. Right? To not fear, to not doubt, to not feel limited in pursuit of your own future. When people don't overcome their fears, doubts, on limitations, they don't move forward. Right? Because status quo is the safest place to be. Like being where you are right now is the safest thing to do. It's not scary to sit down. It's not scary to remain in the safety of your comfort zone, of everything you know. So even the mind could be afraid to do something new. The mind could doubt because it doesn't know what step to take. And so you are going to feel all of those thoughts in your body. This is the mind-body connection. Every thought you have in your mind, they create a chemical reaction through the nervous system, right? And they turn into matter. Your thoughts are metaphysical. You cannot touch thoughts. But in order for you to understand what is happening in your mind, your emotions is the dashboard of your mind. Remember that car? When you see red lights in front of your car, no gas, it's an indicator that you need to refuel. Your emotion, the way you feel, if it is not ideal. In my class, I talk about what is your ideal state of happiness, joy. You've got to set your baseline. And anytime you are dysregulated, meaning you are taking off a place of happiness, a place of joy, a place of fulfillment, you have to apply self-therapy. I teach you how to apply self-therapy in that class. But here's what's happening today. Many people don't even know what it means to feel well anymore. We've been so dysregulated for so long that dysregulation is now normalcy. People now think not being happy is normal. Guys, it's a scary place. So your dashboard indicator, whenever you want to drive, let's say you want to go to the supermarket, this car that talks back at you, you enter the car, you make assumptions that the car is ready, but you start the car, red lights, red light. It's not going anywhere. That's what's happening in many people's mind right now. You want to start a business, lack of knowledge, lack of skills, no roadmap. You're starting the car. You're trying to start the car. The car is not moving. What do? Here's the option people have. Most people will give up and say, you know what? Okay, you don't want to go. Let me just keep enjoying Netflix and chill. Go back into your house. But I tell you, if where you want to go in life is extremely important to you, you are supposed to fix your car. Not give up on the car. You're supposed to diagnose. You're supposed to research what's going on with your car. Why am I not happy? Why are you not happy? Why are you not fulfilled? Why are you confused? Why are you facing anxiety? Why are you afraid? Why are you doubting? This is where therapy comes in. In the class, I teach you how to do it yourself. If it's not clinical, there are clinical ones. Listen, go and get a professional that has doctor in front of their name. Right? They are clinical. People have been so dysregulated, trauma, all kinds of stuff. That one, listen, go and find a doctor, something, and sit with them and fix your car. However, being human, living in reality, anyway, you need the skills of self-therapy. You need skills to be able to talk yourself off the edge. Talk yourself back. It's like listen, not everybody knows how to change the gas in their car. Not everybody knows how to change the oil in their car. Not everybody knows how to do, minimal upkeep. When it's really bad, go get to the automotive, get a special mechanic to fix it. But every single day, basic maintenance, fuel your car, clean it up, do this. Everybody needs to know that. That's what I mean by self-therapy. The basic one, every single day, we ought to know how to talk nicely to ourselves. We ought to know how to fuel up. Just like you know how to feed yourself, nobody teaches you how to brush your teeth anymore, how to shower, how to do basic self-care. Listen, there are basic emotional care as well. Emotional self-care. Journaling is one of those exercises you can tap into. Just writing your thoughts, seeing your thoughts, processing your thoughts, and then going, you know what? I can give you something better. So there's the basic upkeep of a car. And then every so months, you're supposed to take it in and say, listen, tune this car. Alignment, alignments, change the tire, rotate this, rotate. Like those are deep work, deep work. But here's what's happening. Many people are running through life, running really fast in life with broken cars. The red light has been on, right? You've not taken time out to listen to what's going on. So emotion is always an indicator that you are thinking thoughts that is robbing you of the wellness you deserve. It's an indicator. When you don't feel well in your body, it's trying to tell you some thoughts have hijacked your mind. Something is there. You need to slow down, figure it out, delete those viruses. Otherwise, listen, they're going to show up. They'll keep showing up. So there's a lot of discipline that's required. Again, the tools, the classes, the 7 classes helps you do that, because many people tell me, I want to start a business, but I don't know this. I don't want to start a business, but this, you don't have this, you don't have that, you don't have that. I'm like, listen, the only thing you don't have is emotional intelligence. So that's why it's the entry point. If you are ready to take the next step into entrepreneurship, start with the 10-week accelerator, mindset programs, and 10 courses, right? But if you are still doubting whether this entrepreneurship stuff is for you, if you are still doubting, and right, if you're still doubting yourself, if you're still confused, if you're still wondering, if you are still afraid, right, the risk, fear of failure, what if I do this, doesn't work? What if I do that? The key is you need EQ to sit with yourself, because you have to have a new conversation with yourself. The conversation has to be layered with faith. You have to see the future, and you have to command your mind and your body to get with the program. You have to discipline that mind, and you have to tell it, you have to give it hope. You have to give it belief. You have to give it faith. If your faith doesn't override your fears and doubt, listen, that's internal fight. Okay? This is also part of the dysregulation. Your heart wants something, your mind and body is saying they can't give it to you, and you're fighting yourself, or they are overriding or canceling your desires. Remember the car that didn't start? Just because the car refused to move, they tell you give up on your journey. So many people give up instead of interrogating, right, what they need to know, the skills they need to develop, right, what they need to feed their mind for their mind to feel comfortable to taking them into higher levels of success. The body doesn't go where the mind hasn't gone to before. The body cannot do what you haven't trained your mind to do. And the mind would only give you what you have given your mind. Whenever we say invest in yourself, invest in yourself, invest in yourself, you hear us repeating that. What it means is teach your mind. Teach your mind. If you don't teach your mind, who will teach you? Who will teach you how to make money? Who will teach you how to start your business? Who will teach you how to build the life of your dreams? Who will teach you how to manifest and live large and well and happy and create legacy for your children, grandchildren? Right? If you're a legacy builder, who will teach you how to build legacy for your grandchildren? You. It's you. Your future will give to you what you invested in it. In fact, you're enjoying the investments you made in the past. The reason you are where you are today is because of whatever you've done in the last 20, 30 years for your life. If you didn't do those things, you will not be where you are. So when life and when God brings you a new future, a higher perspective, you see yourself doing bigger things than you are today, please realize there's investment process between where you are and where you want to be. And when people refuse to invest in themselves, listen, I even wrote it down here today. I said, listen, those who are not ready to invest in their future, please go. Because there's nothing anybody can do for you. Right? People who have concluded that they're not going to invest anything in their own life, who are you kidding? Yourself. Because guess what? Other people will continue to invest in themselves, and you will see them doing the things you are still unable to do. So anybody that has concluded that they are not going, that somebody will come and repair their car, listen, you're living in a life where everybody will mind our business. If you like, don't go to the market. If you like, don't go and shop. If you like, don't eat dinner. I'm being sarcastic. You can pick that up. But people are doing this every day. They're like, wow, the entitlement. Listen, unless you are nice to your neighbor, if you don't develop nice relationship with your neighbor, you can't even ask for jumper cable. If your battery goes down, who will come and jumpstart your car? Who will come and give you power bank? Okay, let's keep going. I see comments here. Invest in yourself. Yes, emotion is always an indicator. Yeah, just think about it. Again, this is just very, very high level that I'm doing, even though this is deep, right? But it's nothing compared to you sitting down and consuming, right, the classes, like, listen, your mind will be reshaped, your heart renewed, you'll be happier, you'll be fulfilled, you set yourself free. Because the PowerPoints, print out, you grab your pen, this is a class, 7 classes, you become a student, you learn these things, you become unstoppable. These are life skills forever, for life. Best investment ever in your own life. Okay, so what else? Self-care, self-therapy. Yes. Self-therapy is your gift to yourself to bring yourself back to a state of wellness. Not just physical wellness. Listen, you go to the physical doctor to take care of your physical body. The doctor can see what's going on. You give him the symptoms. They tell you, take this pill, take this pill, take this pill. Listen, at the emotional layer, I'm just doing the same thing today. If you're having these symptoms, you need emotional intelligence classes. Now, it's up to you to go and fill the prescription. The doctor will give you, because of these symptoms, this is what you need. Take this twice a day, this. If you like, listen, you go home, you don't fill your medication. The doctor has done his job. You go home, you trash the prescription. The doctor has done his job. When people fail to treat themselves well, to take care of their own. Listen, you are living in your own reality. That's what I mean, like behavior, thoughts, opinion create reality. People's refusal to do the right things, what's going to happen? They will still bear the consequences. There's always consequences, but trust me, it's not the doctor. The doctor goes home and lives with his own family. And somebody else will come in tomorrow. Every day somebody comes in, the doctor helps the people who want to help themselves. That's life for you. You can only help people who want to help themselves. You can only rescue people who are ready to stretch their hands and say help. And anybody that is sitting down and saying, oh, use your energy to rescue me, we move on to the next person, because you have to, the first investment you make in your own future is your own energy. It's not just money first. Your energy, your willingness, your desire to push yourself. That's where it starts first. So anybody that hasn't even stood up and ready to, imagine if that car doesn't start, you reach out to your neighbor, the neighbor comes in, and then you go and start watching TV, and then you're telling your neighbor to fix your car. Whoo! And you didn't pay the neighbor. The neighbor is not a mechanic. That neighbor will walk away. Anybody that walks away from fixing their own reality, everybody else walks away. Even helpers. They always say when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. But when the student is not ready, nobody will teach you. Nobody. We only teach people who want to be, right, our students. Even good teachers are looking for good students. And good students ought to be looking for good teachers. So let's balance it out. Many people you are following today, they are not good teachers. You are scrolling, following people, 10,000 people. 6 years later, they've not really improved your life. But guess what? They'll be feeding you peanuts, right? Making you feel good. You'll be laughing, ha, ha, ha. But they're not checking in on you. Is your life good? Are you well? Are you emotionally well? How is your daddy? How is your mommy? How is your, right? How is your heart? The state of your heart. They're not asking you because they don't care. As long as you're liking and following and growing their numbers, people, most of the people online, they are sucking your energy to grow their own reality. They need your stats, you know, your likes. They need it so that they can go and show companies to, right? They are on social media for themselves, not you, not your own wellness. Please, let people wake up. Right? You're liking people. You are feeding, you are giving your energy to them, and they are using your energy to grow higher and to go and show brand sponsor. Hey, we got 10 likes. Yes, we got 1,000 likes. Listen, we have 2 million followers. Listen, pay me. They are living their life. You are sitting laughing and liking and giving them your energy. My point today is give yourself your energy first. Right? Give yourself your time. If you are giving 4 hours to Instagram, how many hours have you given to the future God is showing you? You are making other people rich instead of making yourself rich. Good luck with that. Listen, I call it out. I can only be in relation with people who want the truth. I can't talk to people who like lies. And many people like lies. And so people are feeding you lies, and people continue to be happy. Oh, just do this, just do that. You've been doing what they told you to be doing. Dance here, dance on Reels. If you dance on Reels, then you will get follower. Listen, the wrong people too have been following you. You are following the wrong people are following you. You see that? Blind leading the blind. In one of my classes, the content strategy class, listen, I tell you, if you are a teacher, demonstrate competency. You are not here to dance. But if people are telling you, oh, be entertainment, this is entertaining people, here's the key. If you attract people out of entertainment, know that you become Beyonce. The day you now tell them to educate themselves, they will all run away. They won't pay attention. So many people have large following, but the wrong people, you made them follow you for the wrong reasons. That stuff does not work. You are tricking yourself. Everybody's just gaming the system, carrying numbers around just to look good. In reality, I only want people who are serious and focused and want a better life. You want to dance? I'm not Beyonce. Go and consume, right? That's the life you ought to be. You have to have clarity. Who can give you what? What are you desiring? Say what you mean what you say. It's the fastest way to achieve success. Truth. The truth will set everybody free. Get clear. When it comes to sales, let people know you are selling. Let people know you are selling. Stop doing this. Okay, today is not, let me just bring myself back. Okay? Let me bring myself home. I see too much. I work with people at the highest levels, government lead. I work with so many people at the grassroots level, community level. Listen, about time we start telling ourselves the truth. And EQ starts with your own heart. Make sure your heart is well. Make sure you're not believing the lies of doubts, fears. Oh, you don't have this. Oh, you don't have that. Then you can't do this. Listen, the moment you believe your doubts and your fears and your limitation, they will all create the same reality. Reality will mirror your beliefs. It will give you. God designed the world to give you your belief system. That's even why Jesus would say, your faith made you whole. Thank you for being. God, this is the most precious thing ever, your own belief system. But if you are believing lies about yourself, lies about your future, lies about the past, listen, lies about the past. I always say when you're going, your past will confront you. The past you didn't deal with, it will show up again, right? Because you'll be triggered. If you don't access these classes I'm talking about, I've seen it enough times in people, okay? It says go deeper. Listen, go and invest in the class. That's where the depth is, the skills are. That's it. Go to my website, toyinyumesiri.academy. Everything you need is there. Demonstrate competency. Yes, I'm just giving an example. If you're an entrepreneur and you want to grow your following, if you are trying to attract potential clients that are serious and focused, why are you being unserious and unfocused on social media? Like attracts like. The energy you put out is the energy you're going to bring in. Why has nobody told anybody yet? No, because they want to use you to grow. So they're not going to tell you the truth. Because the day you know this, you'll be more intentional, the people you are following, the people you are giving your energy to. Your time is how you're spending your life. Whoever you spend time with, you've dropped a part of your energy source for them. That's why I am so, listen, if you give me 5 minutes, you spend 5 minutes, I will give you 5 minutes you will remember for a long time. That's my own commitment to myself. I don't waste people's time. I don't waste my time. I don't waste people's time. And I don't want anybody that wants to waste my time. That's why I don't respond to everything. I don't. I will not waste your time. Please, nobody will waste my time. That's how fierce this is for me. And anybody that is not serious, that wastes their own time, right? Because anybody that is ready to waste their time or your time is wasting your life. Because you can't get your time back. Okay, let's move on. Let me not go too much deep into that one. So if you're supposed to be attracting serious-minded people and focused people, you too be serious and be focused so that your energy, you vibrate at the same, right, tempo. High vibe, high vibe. Low vibe people will bring low vibe people. High vibe people will bring high vibe people. Fact. I work with government leaders, world leaders. On my TV show, you vibrate high. The frequency is high vibe. You want to bring in ambassadors, high vibe. Social media is where a lot of low vibes. Oh, this, oh, that. The conversation is so low, like, whoo. That's why people are depressed, anxiety, all these things, emotional disturbance, because the energy that they are throwing out there, toxic, doesn't make you feel well. It makes people feel sick, right? Mentally, emotionally. So emotional intelligence training, as I teach it, is centered on helping you with 4 things. Your heart and mind connection. How your heart speaks to your mind. This is the control tower of your energy. Your heart is like the steering wheel. Where do you want to go, left or right? The heart, your heart, is your own center of force. If you lose control of your heart, you've lost. It's over. It's scattered. Your heart is supposed to tell your mind what your desires, hopes, dreams, and aspirations are. If you don't train your mind to receive your hopes, dreams, and aspirations, and it starts rejecting it because of the programming, the mind knows the past and the present. Your heart knows eternity because your heart is connected to the spirit side of you. God talks through his spirit to plant in your heart. Your heart is the most precious thing you have to. That's why Jesus said, guard your heart, because out of it are the issues of your life. And then he says, renew your mind. Right? Your job is to train your mind, discipline your mind, because an untrained mind will not let your heart get everything that God has deposited and invested in your heart. Okay? So your heart is to be protected. It's the most precious side of you. Everything God will give you, every precious thing. Right? It says nothing, you don't receive anything except God gives it from above. You see, when those things are coming from above, he started trying to land in a heart, and a disturbed heart, parable of the sower, cares of life, this hardens life, unforgiveness. This is why EQ helps you clean it up so that you can receive the power to create wealth. That power lands in your heart. And when people are confused, lost, is because they've allowed the mind, which is the second thing. The first one is heart's mind, how your heart talks to your mind. Fix that. Your heart has to insist that your mind give you what you want. Your conversation, positivity comes out of that. When you believe what God has told you, you are supposed to use your belief to say, give this to me. Whether I don't care whatever you're saying, we're going. We're marching forward. Promised land, let's go. But if you listen to a mind that scans the external scenarios and is telling you, oh, they are giants, oh, this, oh, you can't do this. Instead of David that says, by my God, Goliath is coming down. The only person that can whisper that kind of audacity is somebody whose heart is believing in the future. That's the only way you can fight your own battles. It's not by content. It's not by sitting on social media consuming content. It's not. Inside you, your heart must rise up and must say, I am ready to release energy in pursuit. That's how your breakthrough comes. Your breakthrough originates from the place of your heart. Your heart taking charge and insisting and becoming a force in your own life. It's not content. It's you, within you, resolute, committed, becoming a force, the willpower, activating the willpower to override and conquer every thought in opposition to what God says belongs to you. If your heart is not ready to collect, if your heart is not ready to fight, if your heart is not ready to believe, if your heart is not ready to pursue, if your heart is not ready to desire and say, whatever you believe is possible. Everything happens at the heart. Salvation is a heart matter. Belief is a heart matter. Manifestation is a heart matter. Everything you're going to bet in this reality, manifestation, is the heart. So if the heart is not well, if the heart has lost hope, if the heart doesn't believe, if the heart is now doubting because of external things, oh, you don't have this, you don't have that, that's why you have to do that work first. The work starts internal. Before you start saying, because you cannot face the world out there with a doubting heart, with an unbelieving heart. You cannot. You cannot. You cannot. You cannot. Anyway, so the class will teach you how your heart speaks to your mind. And then it also teaches you how your mind speaks to your heart. Listen. If your mind was programmed to be beating you down, trauma, the thoughts, oh my goodness, this is an ugly scenario. All the thoughts, things people have told you, I say, you write your identity, nurturing, nature, nurture, culture, the past programming, the database you are carrying around. Your past is not in the past. Your past is inside you as memories. They are stored. The stories of the past are inside you. And they are part of the thoughts holding you bound or setting you free. If you don't deal with those thoughts and reconcile them, it could be when you were 5-year-old, 10-year-old, 15-year-old, somebody said something, you stored it, you believed them. And your mind now is replaying the voice of your tormentors. Guys, this is spiritual psychology right now. Right? Some things were programmed in you that will make you malfunction if you don't deal with those things now. Okay, I give you the tools. It's in my school. The tools to deal with your past. Okay, this thing is too serious. And then, so heart, mind. So put a dash. Heart speaking to the mind. Next one, mind speaking to the heart. You don't want a mind that will choke all your hopes, dreams, and aspirations. You don't want that. This is where discipline is. Mental discipline. Don't be exposing yourself to the wrong people. You know, they used to say, if you sit with 5 friends, you become the 5th person. If you are sitting with millionaires, you become the 5th one. If you are speaking with losers, people will tell you, oh, the government is this because you are black, because you are this. Oh, there's a ceiling, there's a this. Woo! I am believing them. Bible says, blessed is he who do not sit in the counsel of the ungodly, nor sit in the right or stand in the way of sinners. Go and read Psalm. Is it 1:1 again? Read it. Because today, many people think they can sit, they can dine, they can eat, with people not going where they are going and be well. Lie. Let the Bible be true. Let God be true and all men liars. If you think you can associate with people who are giving you confusion and be well and be ready to receive everything God has for you, think again, guys. Think again. So how the mind then the third one is how the mind controls the body. This is where emotion mixes with your thoughts and energy collide and they create a reaction. In the classes, I break it down, the mind-body connection. What are emotions? What are feelings? How you make decisions, your perspectives. I break it down in that class. Because this same mind, when it finishes, the untrained mind, when it finishes choking the heart, it now comes for the body. This thing is dangerous. You know why? Because the same thoughts that told your heart, I'm not giving you what you want. The body will now, the heart is now in pain. When the moment the heart is in pain, the body will be stressed. Right? The body will be stressed, confused, unhappy. Why? Because what you want, you feel you cannot get. What you don't want, you think is about to happen to you. That's fear and doubt. Anytime you think you cannot get what you want, right? Anxiety. Anytime you think what you don't want is about to happen to you, that is fear. I go deeper in the classes explaining emotional will. Everybody, this is the same emotion. We are all designed the same, but given different cars. You will run through life using the systems, the human design. But they were designed to work in your favor. But when it is hijacked by limiting beliefs and all this stuff, it flips on people. So the mind, once it finishes telling you what you cannot have, what you cannot do, who you cannot be, when it finishes that business, guess what will now happen in your body? You wake up tired. You sleep tired. Right? And people will continue to eat more content, thinking more content to solve it. No, you need to quiet yourself and uproot all the nonsense that is buried in the heart. Listen, if you can pray, you will pray. This is when you will pray for those who are spiritual. I build my programs on faith-based Christian principles. Sometimes you need to raise your hand, not just ask for the help of man, ask for the help of God. That's why I say those who teach manifestation, I am different from them because they have all removed God. And I say, when you remove God from manifestation, where is your source of power and strength and vision? And who writes your future? You? Are you the one writing your future? Think again. So yes, there are many scholars out there on YouTube University that people follow. If you're a Christian, think again. People will tell you don't have God. They will even point you to God. They'll be telling you, come up with your own. Listen, go back to, you need God on this journey because your ideas, your business ideas, they are spiritual gifts from God. I just told you, wow, I'm very, very fierce and different from this is, say, pray to the universe. Which universe? God of the universe. God designed the universe to give you what you believe. God designed your mind and body to obey your heart. And your heart is supposed to receive power, the power to create wealth from your spirit realm. When any of those things break down, you don't move forward. And then there's the body-mind connection. So heart-mind, mind-heart, mind-body. And then the body also has the 5 senses that signals to you. You see, if you're driving now, the physical realm uses the eyes, sound, right? The 5 physical senses to give your mind, right, information. When you process physical reality, the body is also designed to send signals through your nervous system. If it is hot, if it is cold, whatever the physical realm the body is experiencing, it tells the mind. And then the mind is coming up with story. Should I run? Fight, flight, freeze? Because the mind is about to issue another signal on what you ought to be doing. Oh, it's hot out there. Oh, it's cold out there. The signal came from the body. What the body experiences, it tells the mind. And then the mind is asking the heart for direction. Okay? What do we do when it is cold out there? Guess what? One of the things I teach in the class, the skill. Those who are unlearned, they will react. Oh, it's cold out there. Oh, it's cold. These are the helpless voices. Oh, it's cold out there. Oh, it's cold. Put on your jacket. That's maturity. Increase your thermostat. That's maturity. When you are not emotionally mature, people complain, they whine because they don't have the knowledge of what to do to preserve their own wellness. It's cold out there. Put on your jacket. Leave the cold. Don't try to control what you cannot control. The one thing you can control is you, your own reaction to life. So people who don't have emotional maturity, everybody triggers them. Oh, why did this person say this? Why did that person say that? I don't like him. I don't like that. I don't like this. You're using your energy, burning energy, trying to control people, trying to control life. You are not supposed to ever control them. You were supposed to control yourself. And based on your own emotional control, life will always give you what you believe. You are attracting the things you don't want because you embody fear and doubt. Get rid of those things. You start experiencing another side of life. Tell yourself what you want to experience. Program yourself to believe it, and you will believe it. All things are possible to them that believe. But if you believe that people are this, people are that, people are this, you will see all of those things. You say you want a red car, you start seeing red car. You start talking about white car, you see in reality, you experience in reality based on who you are, the thoughts you embody. So those classes will help you understand how to navigate those 4 things. At the spiritual layer, I'm going to start wrapping up, okay? At the spiritual layer, you have a power bank ready to offer you the force you need to propel yourself to higher grounds. However, when your mind, heart, and body are not on the same page, you remain in a confused state. Because thoughts are supposed to unite. The thoughts in your heart and the thoughts in your mind, the can-do spirit, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. This is where it shows up. Your mind is supposed to say, yes, sir. You believe we can do it? Let's go do it. Let's go figure these things out. I promise you, I will work for you. I promise you, I will not give up. That's commitment, by the way. Your mind must commit. If you are going to Kilimanjaro, hey, your mind has to commit before you start that journey. Otherwise, you give up. You want to run 5K, you have to bring your mind along. Your mind has to believe. You have to train your mind to endurance, the grit, the grind of pursuit, the grind of the journey, the daily pursuit of losing weight, of showing up. A mind that you've not trained to commit to that journey will tell you, listen, you didn't tell us it would be this far. You didn't tell us it would take this long. You didn't tell me I'm hungry, I'm tired, I want to sleep. The mind gives up. But elite athletes knows how to speak to their mind. One more round. Let's go. That's the sound you have to whisper to your heart and your mind. Your heart has to speak it to your mind. When your mind wants to give up, you say, no. Until I see what I saw. Well, if you want to sleep, go and sleep, because rest is part of the strategy. Go and sleep. We wake up and continue tomorrow. Perseverance, endurance, grit is for the mind that has committed to that journey. So a confused state is where pain and stress lives in. I know this. I'm teaching this because listen, I teach out of my own journey so that we can rescue some other people, so that you don't give up, so that you can train, you can be unstoppable. And if you like, don't listen to me, go and scroll on social media. Whatever they give you, they will give you. That's fine. But you cannot listen to this type of message and turn back to rubbish. Like, listen, there's so many stuff, gunky stuff out there. Gunky stuff, garbage. Listen, they belong in the garbage. Okay, the confused state is at the heart of emotional dysregulation. When your heart is not in the right place, there are many things I talk about self-therapy. It's individual. If you need to sing, sing. If you need to dance, dance. Whatever state you need to put, because the mind and the body has to be put in a state, an ideal state where you can activate joy. This is where in the Bible we talk about praise, thanksgiving. Part of this is trying to make your mind, taking your mind out of your current circumstance to believe and see what it is struggling for, your why. You know, when they talk about your why, if you don't know your why, your mind will tell you, your mind will continue to ask you, why are we doing this again? Because now you have to drag your mind along. I always prefer, when we talk about inspiration, motivation, it's preparing the mind for the journey. When you don't inspire and motivate your mind, you will drag your mind along, and it's punishing. You punish your mind. Now you have to force. It's like beating down the donkey. Whether you like it or not, we want to go. There's a more pleasant way. That's why I say in my classes, there's a better way of learning. More quiet, more soothing. It's guide. When a teacher is teaching you, when somebody that loves you is guiding you, the mind will be happy. But if you are trying to guide your mind, and even you haven't gone to where you're trying to take your mind, woo! Stress, dysregulation, confusion. Ask questions on your journey to success. So when you resolve this state, when you align with my classes, when you align these 4 things, okay, as I teach in my classes, you'll be able to move forward. Because now you're not confused, because you understand yourself and you can better regulate yourself. This is where self-therapy is. You can talk to yourself in a way where you allow, if the mind can travel and you can paint a picture of maybe your grandchildren, your future state, what you are doing this for, your mind will say, okay, we can push a little bit harder. You know why? More energy will be released for you to move forward. But if you cannot take your mind, I always say mindset ascension. It's part of the 10-week accelerator. We have to ascend our mind before we start doing new things. Because if you say, do new things, and the mind is like, you've not prepared your mind, you will say, okay, let me see what you can do without me. The mind will listen. That's why I say, remember, you have a car and the car can talk back at you. Your mind will talk back at you. If you are irresponsible, if you are not careful what you are feeding your mind, if you don't take care of your mind is going to let you know. Exercise. Let me see. No, me, I want to do Netflix and chill because you've not nurtured me. There's no accountability. You're not holding me accountable. You're not motivating me. I'm not committed. When your mind doesn't commit, it won't take you all the way. The mind does what it has committed to do. So if you are unable to reconcile the differences and align yourself in one direction, you leave yourself in a scattered and confused state. Thoughts are designed to unite your heart, your body, your mind, and your spirit. Thoughts. If your mind is thinking one thing, your heart is thinking one thing, your body is feeling one thing, you are sitting at a job. Physically, your body is where your heart is not. And your mind is traveling as well. Hey, guys. You have to align all 4. Your body is here because you have to clock in and clock in. Your mind is fantasizing about dinner or the future. You know you are not where you ought to be. You are physically investing your body in a place that your heart is not invested in. These are the things people are facing, if we will tell ourselves the truth. So thoughts are designed to unite the heart, body, mind, and spirit. And if these thoughts are not the same, your energy is going to be divided, scattered, and weakened. You cannot be a force in the world. This is where people say, oh, I don't know. My boss is this. My boss is that. Oh, the government is this. Oh, I tried this. Oh, this. It's because you've divided yourself. You want this, but you want that. Or you want this, but you are doing that. And you are doing this. But your dreams, you sleep at night, you are dreaming of something else. So you're scattered. Because thoughts, right, capture energy. The way thoughts move in our energy field, okay? You know, digestive system telling you there's another world out there, how thoughts move in your system and what types of thoughts. If those thoughts are not good, they're not good for your body. They're not good for your health. God didn't design us to be thinking chaotic like thoughts. But if you think beautiful thoughts, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. These are the beautiful. The Bible say, this book of the law shall not depart out of the... Listen, consume it. It will give you good success. What have you read today? You are busy following people on social media. You're not following God's word. Hey, guys. And you say it will be well. The person who owns your future, the ones who knows what he invested in you, wants to talk to you. And his words and that he speaks, I will give you an expected end. Who will give you an expected end? Is it social media? And you don't spend any time to meditate. I talk about spiritual practices, part of the manifestation. Listen, you cannot get to the heights of success if you don't discipline your mind to quiet down and listen to your heart and soul. You have to take direction from your soul. If you keep taking direction from the news media, good luck with that. They will lead you where they want to lead you. Confused, lost, deprived. The only person that wants the best from you is God. Make sure God is the one directing you, because that's the only person you can trust on this journey of life. I'm just telling you the truth. You don't like it, that's okay. Keep going. The truth will set us free. Many people are holding people bound today. Listen, lies on social media will keep you on social media. 4 hours later, you've not done your laundry. You've not read your Bible. You've... Okay. Share this with somebody. They need to read it. They need to hear this. You've not done your laundry. Since 2000, yeah, listen, I will listen. There's one particular social media platform. I tested it in 3 or how many years ago. When I saw how addictive it is, listen, I said, no, this is not the platform God will use for me. Because you cannot be chasing wealth and be entrapped by that journey. You think you are chasing wealth, and your heart, you sell your soul. Listen, God has been blessing his people before the days of social media. Solomon was blessed without internet. So don't come and tell me. Don't tell me that if I don't log into this app, don't make promises, foolish promises. You think the world will offer you something, you sell your soul. 10 years later, what did he give birth to? What shall he profit a man if he gains this word? Listen, you've got to be discerning. God has been blessing his people before social media. We will use it, but don't let it use you. Use it, but don't let it use you. Don't let it steal your life, steal your time, and make you lost. Be careful on the streets of social media. Emotional intelligence will help you navigate social media better. Right? But you are giving your heart, giving your time, and you are hoping one day somebody will rescue you on social media. Guys, love your real life better. Your rescue is in real life. We come on social media to spread our message. My message will reach the world. It's reaching the world. But social media is not where I'm living my life. Your life, don't forget your real life. The people who love you, the people you love. That's where real life is. But when people flip and change real virtual life to real life, and everything people are saying on social media, you are believing them. Everything they say, they throw comments at you, you don't block them. Your mind is being programmed by social media because you are exposing your mind to those reality. All of a sudden, people you don't know, you've never met, they're giving you sleepless nights. How did we get here? Somebody in the basement or somewhere is typing something and you don't delete. You are reading, you are sitting down reading comments. Comments from who? Wrong energy forces. People who don't wish you well. Now you think the mind will be well. Better go and read your Bible again and let God wash all those things away. Because the mind will produce your life. Whoever programs you will determine how you're feeling and the life, and you manifest. This is the time for mental discipline. Discipline your mind. Right? Discipline your mind. I'm done. Let me wrap this up. I'll just leave the rest. Anyway, head over to toyinyumesiri.com for more information, but you can also go to Toyin Umesiri. You can go directly to my academy, toyinyumesiri.academy. You're going to find the EQ classes, the 10-week business accelerator, the quantum leap program, and then international trade classes for next level results if you want to operate at the highest levels of business and government. That's it. That's it. I came to deliver. Oh, let's see. Did someone ask a question? Oh, April says switch from IG. Okay, no problem. Guys, any questions? I see. Okay, Lazarus. I'm looking at time. I only have like 2, 3, 4 minutes left. Did you have a question that I can respond before I move on to my next assignment? You've been so engaged. I appreciate your engagement. And then Miss Evita, hope I said your name well. Feel free to raise your hand if you want to come say hello on the stage. And then I see Queen, welcome as well. So I'm done. I'm done for today. Any feedbacks, feel free to reach out. Listen, the EQ class, life-changing, period. Right? Changes everybody's life. It's changed mine. So whatever I teach is because it's coming out of, right? Oh, let's try this again. I see you raise your hand. Apologies. Try it again. Is this your first time of using the app? So what happens is you raise your hand and then I'm going to accept it. I think you raised your hand briefly, but I missed that. But you can try again. I have 2, 3 more minutes to go. Okay, let's try this. Allow to speak. I hope it works. Okay. Hello. How are you?
Hello. I'm well. Hello, Code.
Greetings, greetings.
Greetings. I am blessed and very, very encouraged to listen to your event today. I was favored to have the day off to listen, and I'm so grateful that I have. I'm empowered and looking forward to looking at your website to go to the next steps. I appreciate all you do, and bless you.
Oh my, you made my day because the key word is empowered. One of my own focus and determination, the way I come out here fully loaded, is really to give people their power back, right? To make people feel like I can do, right? Because that's the energy we need to override whatever limitations. Whatever those limitations are, listen, other people have overcome and you are an overcomer. In fact, I didn't share this, but there are 3 identities that I say, right, as part of my program, we have to watch out for. When life happens, people can decide to be a victim. People can decide to be a villain. People can decide to be a victor. It's part of EQ. Victims have not really overcome. They've given up. Right? Because things happen. Listen, let's leave fantasy world alone. Let's come back to real life. Well, if you're a mom, you're a wife, there's so much we have to do. You have to juggle this, juggle that, juggle this, show up here, pay this bill, pay this bill. That's real life. But my point is, you can hold on to survivor mode, or you can have a game plan for a greater future that is not survival, that is for thriving. That's the strategy. In fact, the first class in the 10-week accelerator is called the Game Plan, 12 strategies for winning in life and business. And it puts into consideration that we have to navigate life with wisdom. So you will not hear me go, because it's reckless for me to say, just do this, just leave your job, just never. Don't leave your job. You got to be smart. You use it to fund your future. So you not find me be reckless. Like other people would just say, why are you still doing 9 to 5? Listen, let that 9 to 5 give you the life of your dreams. I did over a decade in corporate America, working for the biggest company in the world, Fortune 1, headquarters, on and on and on. I can teach people what to do, what not to do, because I made my own transition. In fact, my book on Amazon, Mindset of an Entrepreneur, was designed specifically for those who are considering leaving corporate to become an entrepreneur. I talk about the lion in the zoo versus the lion in the wild. Listen, the day we release that lion, you still need time to regain your skills that has been dormant for life. So the key word, listen, empower is what I'm about. The power to live the life, to build, to conquer, to overcome, so that at the end of it all, you are proud of yourself. That's it. That's what this is about. So that there are no regrets. I could have done this, I didn't do it. I could have done that. Because most people, 80, 90, they don't even remember all the reasons they gave themselves that they did not pursue success. All the conditions that people are saying is stopping them today. When you are 80, you realize they were nothing. That's why you must train your mind. When you are 80, fast forward to 80, you will realize all these things are nothing. They're just mirage, images. Bible will say tear down, right? The strongholds. But if you believe the lie, they are strong because they will run your life. So, yes, I'm a business instructor. Yes, transformational coach. But listen, it's about real life, the Christian life. It's about real life. We are here on assignments. And if God has given you big things to do, please, let no man trouble me. For I bear on my body the marks of the Lord Jesus. I will quote scripture for you guys, but let me wrap it up here. Oh my God. There are actually some faith-based programs in my school as well. I taught youth. So if you want scripture, I'll give you scripture. But for now, let's do business God's way. Prosperity is for you. It is your birthright. It's your inheritance. But trust me, don't let any thoughts steal it from you. We're here to do the work. And I give you the skills and the tools to navigate it such that, listen, you become unstoppable. So thank you, everyone. Listen, I've given my heart. I feel full because I feel fulfilled. Miss Evita coming up and saying empowered, using that voice. I'm like, yes, exactly. If I'm going to spend 1 hour, 2 hours, listen, you're going to be foiled for sure. Okay. So God bless you. Thank you so much. I got to run now. Okay. See you around. Okay. Bye. Let me end. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. God bless you. Let me hand this. Okay. Lazarus said, thank you for empowering us, ma'am. I'm a student for life. Let's be life God's student for life. You know, Bible say, follow me as I follow Christ. Don't follow me if I'm not following Christ, because listen, he's the one that knows what he has for you. But anyway, let's wrap it. And the church said amen. God bless you guys. Bye for now. So let me close this as well.